to it.
While you're speaking about make men in our image and you're speaking about land, I'm just thinking when you speak about impregnating, when a man decides to impregnate a woman in real time and says, let's make a child in our image, is that a godly act?
It is divine. It is divine, actually.
The creation of life.
The creation of life, every time you hold your balls, you're holding the library of your ancestors. And your cable then connects the past, the present, and the future. Therefore, you are a total continuity of life in yourself. So it's not just about Panuel, but Panuel, who is here, he's a full, consolidated version of where he is coming from.
Correct.
His ancestors, his grandfathers, your looks, body structure, diseases, sicknesses, intelligence, and etc. If you go back and if you had a chance of looking back in your own tribe and you compare, you're given 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Impunga is lapha namakhehla kon. Ubungamangal how.
Everyone looks like me.
Hence, when we dream about our ancestors and you dream about them, I do that. It happens to me. I don't know about others who are scared of saying it. And they pass my mind. They pass my dreams quite often. I have not met them, but hell no. When I see them,
you're like, no, you're mine. I've never seen you.
My immediate grandfather, I know him, so I would be able to identify him.
Yes.
But others that are older than him have appeared. And being an artist, I've been able to wake up in the morning and sketch some of those memories and preserve them in a certain way. But as it were, their frustrations, their anger, their intelligence, their royalty, their skills, their diseases, their stress levels, all those things are registered onto the DNA. And then we pass them on. That's why you find a small little girl, small little boy who has never seen a snake. And they see a snake. And they flip. And another boy, another girl sees a snake and goes to touch it. And then you put the two in the same room and say, what makes the difference? Why is this one scared of a snake yet they've never seen a snake? This one can hold it. It means that this one, in their family line, the trauma of some scared of water. The child would scream for water and another child would jump in the pool and death. Why? In the history of that family, maybe someone drowned, maybe someone almost drowned. And that trauma was we now are dealing with serious psychology. This is now to understand the human psyche. That I like this, I don't like this, I don't know. It has nothing to do with you. It's written in your system as to what inclinations, affinities that you have, certain spaces, certain people. Even our marriages are driven on that. What is it that gets you attracted to this one? They look like who? Maybe like your mother, maybe like your aunt, maybe like what? There's an element that is in them that immediately when it manifests itself, it connects with who you are. And that's where relationships actually begin. And therefore, to understand your history, I think the biggest lesson we've been deprived of is study of self. Because when you understand yourself, you will be able to appreciate yourself and understand you. At a certain level, you're able actually to say, oh, this one is a nice one. But bipolar again. Psychology. But a person is bipolar. I hope you have not passed those doors when they say you have ADT. But it's not ADT. This is white people trying to interpret Africans. To us, who understand the library of the ancestors, these characteristics manifest themselves in your life. So in one season, Panuel is an artist. In another season, Panuel is a businessman. In another season, Panuel is an activist. In another place, Panuel is a father. And when these emotions, spirits as it were, manifest, the one where they are manifesting needs to understand and when to channel them in and when to channel them out. Because if you are not aware of what is happening to you, you might end up getting disillusioned.
Of course.
Because then this one appears and you don't know, what do I do in this space now? So for me, to understand exactly how your grandfather, how your grandmothers, your aunties and your uncles behaved, and what is it that tickled them. Look at this Imbongi, for example. A man can talk for an hour. Hey, Uban, what? Not written. Normal? Is that normal? But when you look at those guys, I saw one this last weekend, and I actually looked at him and I said, it's impossible. In 1,000 years that you can remember such a history with such graphic memory. Wayala, wenza kanje. Wayala, wenza kanje. Wayala, wenza kanje. Wena kabani, wazala ngubani, wenza lokho. And you look at that, no, that's a spiritual connectivity. And the families of those that produce those, they are handed over from generation to generation. Some of us were coming from families of musicians, families of royalties. We can't help ourselves. Once in a while, these things, I play more than 15 music instruments. I'm coming from a great family of musicians, both on my father's side and on my mother's side, both in the royal house and in public life. And when I begin to do these things, I'm not doing them because I've mastered them.
Yeah.
It's something that is intrinsically coming out of my space, and it's coming from a beautiful space. So to be able to tap into, I'll give you a new word today, to tap into ancestral memory, you'll have hit into the hard drive of the supersonic information of your past, your present, and your future. To tap into your ancestral memory, you will have solved the problems of your immediate life. Because in that ancestral memory is your land. In that ancestral memory is your inheritance, are your skills, are your weaknesses, are your strengths, above all, your talents, and most intentionally, even your marriage circles, who must you marry, which totems, which family bloodlines go with you, your diets, it's all there. And you start off with your totem. Nina wakamlochwa, awakaban, 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 awakaban. You study that thing, you'll be able to actually see. It's coded, by the way. It's coded. Me, for example, Shona, Mukanya, Wiramiti, Yasoshe, Chigaramboko, the one who sits on the stone. The one who looks after other people's children. Wanamatanka Gugara, the one who sits first, then he discusses. Wachirwe Mangorana Wapfuribayo, the one who digs iron ore and forges instruments out of that. So I already have blacksmith skills that are in my hands. I just need space. Hence, I always find myself tinkering things and etc. So you study that. You have a coded blueprint of your immediate history. And the only next thing is to walk ancestral spaces where your ancestors have walked. Then you are able to unlock some of those, because your bloodline, your eyes will remember what they once saw. Your ears would remember the music that they once played. Eating that food, your taste buds is a motherboard that sends information. You must smell the head of a cow being scratched. It resurrects your entire memory. You must walk spaces, and your skin will remember. And this whole body is a receptor. It's a phone that picks up signals that are coming from the past. And once you tap into those, you are able actually to begin to find out who you are and what is it that excites you. Why are you excited about this? Why not that? Why do you find it easier to deal with this and not that? And it's not nothing that you crammed and you memorize in the morning. As you meet it, it triggers something in you. And maybe we have not been serious enough to say, but why is our psychology behaving in such a way? So I'm giving you a new word. You're
Ancestral.
going to ancestral memory. And the statement says, tap into your ancestral memory. That's why Jesus, when Matthew, the son of Joseph, the son of Simon, son of Boaz, son of David, son of Abraham, son of Shem, son of Noah, son of Lamech, son of Enos, son of Seth, son of God. Why all these names? And then the Bartimaeus guy comes in. Jesus, Jesus, son of David, have mercy on me. Why addressing me, but you're mentioning my forefather? No, I'm going to David, because David is the same man when Saul had died. He stands up and says, is there anyone from the house of Saul that I can show mercy to? And there was a young boy by the name of Mephibosheth. And he went to the house of his own enemy and picked up that child and sat with him at his table all the days of his life. He showed mercy where he should have shown justice. And when this man wants healing, he does not tap into the personality of Jesus, but he taps into his ancestral memory. Remember what your grandfather did. Can you please do the same? If I was supposed to be a theologian.
You're such a wordsmith, young charmer. And I've got so many points and I know I'm going to miss all of them. Yeah, pause the coffee up, at least slowly break.